Only be February, but believe it or not, it's time to start thinking about that summer garden.
Gaviria with garden expert Derek Thomas for the details.
If you are absolutely sick and tired of the winter that we've had so far and you're ready for spring, a great way to sort of look ahead is to start your seeds. And Derek Thomas is here from Thomas Landscapes to help us get started on that. Hey, Derek.
How are you?
Doing great. You know, the plants, the vegetables, the flowers. Now's the time to start thinking about that.
Absolutely. You know, end of February is absolutely the best time. Early March for the latest, because some of your plants actually need a little bit more of growing time. And if you're not going to go out and buy those prepared plants, rather than starting seeds in late, say, April, it's going to be too late, because plants have a certain amount of time that they need to produce fruit and vegetables.
So those plants that you go out and buy, they all started this way, right?
They all started this way, but this is a great way to get yourself out of some of that winter blah. You know, this is a wonderful kit. This is actually produced by one of the big companies, and what it is, it has all of the cells. It has these little peat pellets that when you add water, they expand. It's got what's called a capillary mat. Now, this mat, what it'll do is it'll wick water from this reservoir onto the seeds. And so you've got a complete setup there, ready to go, a little greenhouse, and your seeds are good to go. It even comes with some sticks for marking and labeling.
That's great.
This is a window box one. You know, this one is going to require a little more extra light, which we'll talk about. But this one is a windowsill one. It's cut to the size of a windowsill. You've got what's called peat pellets in there. Now, these peat pellets, they're wonderful because you start out with a peat pellet like this, and when you add water, it expands to, 4 times its size. And you would actually sow the seed right into the center of the peat pellet. And once again, it has that terrarium feature. One of the neatest things that I have found, this is not some kind of an alien mascara applicator.
What is it, Derek?
What it's for is for very fine seeds. It's a seed sower. And what you can do is, by doing that, you get just the right amount of seeds that you need for each little planting spot.
Let me ask you this. Can you plant sort of like plants together? You know, what should you plant together and what should you plant separately?
Well, you can, and this is what's in here is actually what's called a mixed lettuce. And so all of the lettuces are going to start harvesting out at the same time. Also, getting to like planting seeds, what they've done with this item here, this is a seed strip. And so when you've got really tiny, fine seeds, you can actually just sow the entire strip like this, and when it comes up at the predetermined spacing.
That's perfect. I would forget what I planted where.
Yeah, well, that's why you got to have your, your marker. Make it a permanent marker, your little stakes. You can put that in. This is one that's a little bit more old school, where we put the lettuce. But, the other thing about this, if you're using one of these that's not one of the little pellets, and you're going to use this container, is absolutely, it's wonderful because you can break these apart and plant the entire container. But what you want to do is use a soil that is absolutely sterile. Use a specially prepared seed soil.
All right, and use a light sort of to make the plant grow like it should.
The light is going to help with the intensity and help prevent the plants from becoming too leggy.
Wonderful. Derek, thank you. Always great to talk to you.
Good to see you.